All right, everyone. It's time for everyone to know really Bob Arum for the first time. No boxing real questions. Let's get right into it. If I was going out to dinner tonight, Bob, where would I go eat?
Depends on the food you want to eat.
What's your favorite spot?
Well, there's no one favorite spot. This is Las Vegas. It's a cosmopolitan city. It has the best restaurants in the world. And it depends. You want Chinese food, you want Japanese food, you want steak.
What's the best steak?
The best steak, two. It's cut at the Venetian or SW at the Wynn.
Great choice. When you're watching boxing, do you prefer watching orthodox boxers or southpaw?
Irrelevant.
All right. If there was a moment where we had to eliminate a group from the planet because we're overcrowded, vegans or carnivores?
Vegans are who?
Carnivores.
I don't know what the fuck you're
The
talking
people who
about.
eat nothing but plants, or the people who eat meat like us?
Get rid of all of them. Jesus Christ.
What's the best boxing belt design?
They're all the same, pretty much. I can't tell one different. The one that stands out probably is the BC because they have a green belt. But again, otherwise, they all look the same to me.
Spaghetti or lasagna?
Neither. It's too fattening.
All right. So we've had a lot of boxing movies in history. Which Rocky movie got it right?
Well, the first movie was great. I mean, all the Rocky movies, really, including the Creed movies, have been terrific. The guy who's the producer, Erwin Winkler, is a very good friend of mine, as is Stallone. And they have done absolutely marvelous work with that franchise.
What's the craziest piece of boxing memorabilia you own? Like the most random, craziest.
I don't know what that means.
I actually interviewed one person and they said a lock of hair from a fighter.
Fuck me, I wouldn't. Lock of hair from a fighter.
All right. How many times does a fighter have to get knocked out consecutively before they should hang it up?
Well, it depends. If it's consecutive knockouts, then you have to look and not allow a fighter to fight without going through an extreme medical screening. You cannot generalize here. You have to go to the absolute medical facts to see. A guy can get knocked out once, and it would be dangerous for him to ever fight again.
If Bob Arum had to listen to one album only for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Abbey Road.
I'm in love with you, Bob. Have you ever asked any of the fighters you've encountered, and you've encountered the greatest names in boxing, have you asked any for an autograph?
Well, I asked them to sign autograph so we can have memorabilia to use in the promotion. You know, in some of these big promotions, they have to sign, each of them have to sign 200 gloves so we can use that as...
Have you kept any?
Yeah, I've kept some. I have some Ali gloves in the office, George Foreman gloves. Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. All right. So when Bob Arum walks into a bar, what am I buying?
Well, depending on how I feel, it's either a Tecate, which is a good Tecate like Don Julio Blanco, or a vodka like Grey Goose or Belvedere or even this Tito vodka. But those are the only two things. I can't drink colored alcohol.
I understand. My normal closing question is normally what embarrassing thing should fighters stop doing in boxing? Like coming out to stupid ring music or stupid ring gear or being too challenging. But my question is, you are literally that guy. You're the mecca to everyone, in my opinion.
One thing I've learned is you don't interfere with that. If a guy wants to make a horse's ass of himself, that's up to him. But you cannot tell a guy, don't come out with an outlandish costume and so forth because they think there's something valuable in doing it. That's not my job. If they want to do it, let them do it. If somebody wants to talk to them to tell them not to do it, that's fine, but it ain't me.
Now you guys all know a little bit more about Bob Arum, who is literally the greatest thing in boxing and a living treasure. Thanks.
Thank you.